Hi there, welcome back. I'm gonna do my currently inked for, what are we on? August? Yes, August. So I have my A5 Cosmo Airlight notebook that I will be using, and then let's swap this out. And then I have my inks. Do I have them all here? No, I need this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, okay. So now I have all of my inks. And my pens. We have everything ready. So I am just going to do sort of like I did, I think this, no, wasn't that one. This one, where we just did the curly inked and had, since I'm only doing 5 pens, we're just going to do it like this layout. That works really well for me. And let's go ahead and label. I think my pen is finally starting to run out of ink, but we'll see. Okay, so currently inked. I can't write. August 2025. Okay, so I am going to be using my little swatcher from Myers Penco and my glass spoon to put the ink down, and then I'll be using the pens to write with. So I'm going to zoom you in so you can see everything that's going on and up close. All right, I think that'll work. If not, we'll adjust it. Okay, so I have 5 pens inked up. I think they're all, it's been a while since I've used most, or 3 of them are new. One of them you probably have seen in a video, maybe 2 if you've watched those videos, but they are my currently inked for this month. So we're going to start off with, my first ink is Nostalgic Honey from Teranishi. So I have this ink paired up with my new Esterbrook Niblet in Honeycomb. Let's see, how did I do this last time? I feel like I'm at a really odd angle. Has a medium nib, and I forgot to write that it is the Honeycomb. Is it T-E-R-A? Just making sure. I think that is a very nice pairing for the pen. Matches it really well. I feel out of my game. I don't remember how to do this, and it's not been that long. All right, next up we have one of my newest loves, Diatramentis Charles Dickens. Now, I have seen this on a couple of different websites, and they called it cement gray, I believe. So, I mean, feel free to drop it down in the comments if you know. Was this like renamed? Was it like named cement gray and then they renamed it to Charles Dickens, or is it just like cement gray Charles Dickens? Because I was a little confused about that. But it is my new love. I really like this color a lot. I don't think I'm putting enough down, because I had like really nice big swatches last time. I'm gonna end up dumping this. I did not realize I had it like bent over that far. Whoops. I'll try to put a little more down next time for the next swatch. All right, so I have that paired with my brand new Sailor. Every Rose Has Its Thorn. And I adore this pen. I am so glad I got it. I almost didn't because of the price increase on the Sailor pens. But I'm not sad I bought this pen. I love it. So this is the... I can't see my lines. I feel like, I don't know, maybe the lighting. Sailor Pro Gear Slim. And I've been just abbreviating it because it's so long. With a medium nib. And I sit there and touch that again. I'm trying my best not to leave fingerprints. I love this color so much. It is beautiful. It's like my favorite lovely combination of like a gray green. It's so pretty. I know it doesn't match, but I feel like it's a nice pairing. I don't think it looks bad together, but that's just my opinion. I love that pen. All right. Next up, we have, this is Sailor Shikiori Shu Shu or Shito. I don't know how to say it, but that is what is next. See if maybe that is a better, yeah, I think that's nice. That's a lot more ink down. Better swatch. I really like this color too, but I'm trying so hard to stop buying inks. I do not need any more. I have more inks than any one person can use in ever. So I'm really trying to not buy more inks. So I'm actually trying to mix some. So you'll see that in my next, no, in the last ink of this pairing. So this is my Myers Penco in Kraken Kraken's Wake. It was supposed to be an alpha petite, but after looking at it, I think it's just an alpha. It looks a little longer than my alpha petite, so I think this is actually an alpha. So this is Myers Penco, and it actually has an Opus 88 black nib on it because I thought the black looked so nice, but this pen is just so pretty. Myers Penco Alpha. In Kraken's Wake, and this nib kind of does that squeak. I may end up changing it and putting my black Walltown nib on here. I forgot about it, so that's why this one was on here, but it's just making a little bit of a squeak. I'm not really sure what that's about. This has a medium nib, and the ink is Sailor Shito. That's what we're going with, because I don't know. I'm going to pronounce it wrong every time I say it. But I will show you. It's also not really that great of a pairing. It kind of matches, not so much in like in here, but in person it does go with this color. These lighter areas of the blue do go with that color pretty well. It's not an exact match, but I love this pen. The sparkles are so pretty. It's just such a pretty pen. So that is my Myers Penco Alpha in Kraken's Wake. Alright, so next up is a new ink. I picked it up from Birmingham Penco. I saw it online and I was just like, oh, I like that purple. It is very pretty. But then I had actually, in doing my my mixing, I almost made this color. It's not quite, it's a little darker, but I mean, it's a gorgeous color, so I'm not sad about it. I just, like I said, I'm trying not to buy a whole lot of inks. Just want to make sure there's enough down for a good swatch. This is such a pretty purple. Yeah, I like these larger swatches much better. So I have this in my TWSBI Iris. This is a Diamond 580 in the rainbow. It's called Iris, but it's the rainbow colorway. And mine has quite a bit of purple in it, which is why I opted to do this. I did have this nib tuned. It's a fine nib, but I had it tuned by Matthew Chen at the Atlanta Pen Show because it was writing awful. So I did get him to tune it. It writes a lot better now. So this is the I do not know why I cannot see these lines. Usually I can see through this paper pretty good, but I cannot see these lines at all. And it has Birmingham Penco Fortune Teller. I think, yeah, Fortune Teller. I really like this ink. It's so pretty. But I love the pairing. It writes so nicely with this pen. Birmingham Penco inks are just so nice. And then last up is my mix. Let me get this out of the way. So I did this and I named it. So I mixed Birmingham Penco, Sterling Silver, and Blossomed Lotus. So it's like the pink and the pinky silver color that they have. And I just did a 1-to-1 mix on this. I really like how this turns out. It looks funny when you write with it because it doesn't match the pen. But when it dries, it really matches it quite well, I think. I don't know that it's as bright as the pen, but I think it's a really good pairing. And it looks, yeah, it definitely doesn't look the same when it goes down as it does when it dries. Oh no, it looks like so much more red. I'm not getting a whole lot down. Hopefully that'll be enough. It is a little light, but like I said, when it dries, it looks so much different. Not so much different, but it does look a lot better, I think, when it dries. So I have it in my Benu Rose Tea. I adore this pen, but I had a medium nib on it, and I'm just not a huge fan of the Schmidt medium nibs. Not the number 6. The 5s are fine, but the number 6s are just a little too wet for me. Too much of a broad line. So I bought a fine nib and put it on here, and now I love it. So this is my Benu Euphoria in rose tea with a fine nib. I honestly cannot wait until I'm done with this notebook. I do not like this paper. I thought I liked it. I like the way inks look on it, but I don't like writing on it. It feels not nice. Just to me. That's just my opinion. This is Cosmo Air Light paper. I just miss my Tomoe River paper. I really hope things change for next year and I can find some good paper, because I just don't care so much for this paper. So the ink is Birmingham Penco Mix. And I named it, what did I name it? Blossoming Silver. Is that what I put? No, Blossomed Silver. But can you tell the difference in this that's dry and this that's wet? It dries like more of a purpley rose color. I think that's why I like it so much with this pen. The swatch is a little different, but just the writing, it looks different as it dries. You can see that this is drying down here now. And I don't know, I really love how that turned out. I really wish that they would make that, but I will continue to mix it. I'm going to make like a whole bottle of it, because I just have like a tiny bit left in my sample. But it's one of my favorite pinks, I think. I'm not a huge fan of the Blossom pink. I mean, I like it, but let me see if I have it in here where I did my mix. You can see the different colors. Yeah, so this is Blossom Lotus. And it's like a, I don't know, a peachy pink maybe. But this is what mine turned out too. And this is the purple that I made. So you can see it's different. It's like darker, but it's similar. But I do like how that purple turned out. But yeah, so this is what I was mixing up here. So this is my ratio. So if you like one of these colors, it is Blossom Lotus and Hibiscus. And so I did 20 Blossom Lotus to 5 Hibiscus to get this purple. And these were 20 to 1 and 20 to 2 Blossom Lotus and Hibiscus. And then this was just 1 to 1. The Blossom Lotus and Sterling Silver. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that one in a pen, but I love that. So super excited with how that turned out. And I think it just, I don't know, I think it looks really nice with my pen. Okay. So let's zoom out and I'll show you all of them, and then we'll zoom in and I'll show you the colors and how I feel like they're performing so far. So this is my just full lineup. I think it's a nice range of colors. I wish I'd made these swatches a little bigger because these look really nice. So I'm gonna have to work on that. But anyway, this is the whole lineup. I'm really happy with how all the colors are so far. So let's see. So you can see the shading there in that Taranishi Nostalgic Honey. And then, oh my gosh, I just love this Charles Dickens so much. It's such a pretty color. But look at the sailor. Look at like right there. It has like this yellowish green. Oh, I love that. I love that, how it looks and all the shading. It's such a pretty color. And it does really nice. So like the top is lighter. Let me see. Top is lighter and the bottom is darker where it's pulled. And I just love how that looks in the writing. The writing is my favorite part in that. I think it's gorgeous. So then the Birmingham Penco Fortune Teller. So pretty. And my mix of the Blossomed Silver. It's still just a little bit wet right there, but all the rest of it's dry. And then the writing. I just love that color so much. I'm excited for this lineup of pens and inks. So let me see if I can get my pens. Maybe move over a little bit so I can get all my pens laid out here next to their inks. That is my current lineup. I really like this lineup. I'm excited about it. I do have some thoughts so far, but I'll leave those until the progress report, until I've actually had a chance to write with them. I've written with these two a little bit, well, more than a little bit, but I have actually written with those two. This one I'm gonna write with this evening. So I'm just gonna I'm writing down my thoughts this time. So I'll go back and kind of go over all that with you in the progress report. So it'll be a little more in depth of my actual thoughts while writing with it and as it progresses through the month. So yeah, this is my current lineup. I hope you guys like it. I am super happy with how it's turned out. And I love these pens so far. I'm still kind of on the fence about the niblet. I am not going to lie about it. But I'll have full thoughts on that in my progress report at the end of the month. But let me know what you think about this lineup. And if you are using any of these inks or any of these pens, and what your thoughts are. Just leave them down in the comments below. And I think that's going to be it. Yeah. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.